We were high school sweethearts.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And you played high school sports?
You're right, high school basketball, and you know, back then we did some fall baseball. We didn't have football, and we had track in the spring. I showed up on New Year's Eve to this, quote, basketball type party, and Debbie was there, so that's kind of how we started going together.
Were you guys freshmen or sophomores?
I was a senior, she was a junior.
During the tournament time, his coach had a rule that they couldn't see girls. They weren't supposed to take any girls home. They were supposed to live, eat, and sleep basketball.
So you're kind of living a double life.
In some ways, yeah, you know, I mean, I enjoyed the game. I knew that that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a teacher, I wanted to be a coach. I've kind of just stayed with them through these 35 years.
What do you teach?
Well, my major is biology, and I have a math minor. So right now I teach 7th grade science and 7th grade math.
Okay. And Deborah, what do you do?
I'm an LPN. I work at the Whiteside County Health Department.
Oh, okay.
I've been there for 13 years. Before that, I worked at the hospital in Clinton in pediatrics for 26 years.
So how much credit goes to your better half for your glut of success over the years?
Well, you know, that's what some of my assistant coaches, Troy Ottens now, who's been with me, well, he's coached Prophetstown now the last 8 years with me. And his brother coached 4 years there also, but he said, you know, you got a great wife that lets you do this. And I said, you know, I didn't really realize that early in my career, but I think you're right. Because I do enjoy this, but yeah, it's because she kind of, you know, puts up with it. I tell her, thanks for all the soups during the basketball season, because it's really, you know, pretty soothing on the throat. And, you know, when you get home at different hours, you know, there's always something that you can have. You know, it doesn't take too long to heat up the soup. So, yeah, I'm pretty appreciative of all of her cooking. She's outstanding. It was one of those surprises, you know. You never know. You know, she showed me she can catch fish, she can, great cook. She has other hobbies that she's picked up that, you know, where I've kind of been tunnel vision towards different sports, you know, she's kind of picked up lots of different hobbies.
When you get home, do you guys talk about sports?
He lets me know how practice went and things like that.
Sure. Does he keep you up at night talking about X's and O's and what works and what doesn't or anything like that?
He doesn't sleep real well the nights of games.
You know, I don't sleep real well the nights we win, kind of a big victory, and I don't sleep real well when we lose. So there's some sleepless nights involved.
Well, I know whenever we won a regional, we've always had the whole team over. The team, their parents, their fans, sometimes even their grandparents, they all come to the house, and we always have a party that night.
Sure.
And I make
Meatballs usually.
Meatballs and cookies and
We have fresh fruit.
fresh fruit, yeah.
So really it's kind of an unwritten rule. If we win, we're going to have a party. If not, I'm going to have a lot of great food for a while. Or she takes it to work for the nurses to have. This group of seniors, they never gave up. They worked hard every day. We were close. We were close not only from the senior class, but seniors on down through. They were pulling for everybody. And sometimes magic happens, and this was one of those years.
What kind of plans do you guys have in store for post-retirement? Anything that you've been putting off over the years that you're looking forward to doing together? Any traveling or anything?
We're going to go back to Hawaii. We went 3 years ago?
We actually went in 2010, didn't we?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
But we have no proof because I was in charge of the camera. As we were waiting to board a train on the way home, I had wrapped the camera around the arm of a chair that I was near. But then when a bunch of people left the boarding area, I said, well, maybe we should move our stuff closer to the gate. And as I did that, I forgot to bring the camera. So right about the time we boarded the plane, I said, Debbie, do you have the camera? And she said, no. So I knew where I had left it, but when I went back to get it, about 15 minutes, there was a delay. There was no camera. So we have no proof of that great Hawaii trip. She didn't want me to retire before she could. So we're looking at, you know, kind of going out together. She's going to kind of quit nursing, and I'm going to get out of basketball. You know, is there a possibility that I might stay and coach a year or so? Maybe. But really, I think it's time to let someone else enjoy the fun.